Alright, let's get started. Hello guys, it's Ron Phoenix. Welcome back to my channel, and today we'll be playing some more Ace Attorney. Last time we started a stolen turnabout, we finished the case, proved Ron innocent, but then he's now proven, and now he's accused of murder. And now this time we will continue. You know, I'm glad we found the urn and all, but poor Mr. Delight got arrested. Well, supposedly Mr. Delight was at the CEO's office when the murder occurred. No way, Jose, I don't buy it. But the one who proved that Mr. Delight was there was Mr. Nick himself, at least from what I can understand. Looks like you did a good job this time, Nick. Well, how do we get started looking into KB security murder? I think I'm gonna head back to Prairie Village for a little while, if that's alright. Sure, but why? I'm going to bring the sacred urn back and have some people take a look at it. Oh, that's a good idea. I think I'll go with... No, Mystic Maya, you should stay here. I want you two to spend some special quality time together, full of love and happiness. Pearl's so caught up with her fantasy she forgot there's a murder to solve. Now remember, no fighting, okay? She's gone. Okay, Nate. Time to get going with this murder investigation. So what do we do now? Isn't it obvious we should get out there and investigate the murder? Well, first we need to find out where exactly is KB Security located. Hey, why don't we ask Miss Delight? She should know. Besides, I want to ask her some stuff about motorcycles. Motorcycles? You don't think of getting one, don't you? I'm not the same little Maya who used to be happy with her dinky little bike Mickey boy. Speaking of asking around, I got a few questions on my own from Mr. Delight. Okay, well, let's make sure to go to the Junction Center, too. You wasn't believe we got to take your urn back, huh? You bet. But there's something that's a little different about it. Don't me. Isn't it obvious? Isn't it? I mean, take a look at this. It clearly says I am on the urn on the poster. When the urn we got back says Amy, like he always used to. Oh yeah, you're right. Plus the vase has pink splashes on it now. I'm sure they weren't there before. Maya doesn't know, but 1 year ago, when the urn was broken, a repairer accidentally mistake Amy's name into I am. And that repairer was not that one mechanically as skilled little Pearls. But still, I don't remember ever seeing these pink splashes on it. Also, the urn was a face of fake. I'm sure Pearl's find out about that one when she gets back to Crane Village. Yeah, I suppose. Now that I think about it, Maya hasn't been back in Crane Village in a long time. So I guess people still go to Crane Village to do their training, right? Yep, if you want to become a spirit medium, you need to go undergo severe training. So what haven't you been training lately, Maya? Well, lately I've been thinking of heading back to the channeling dojo to do just that. A channeling dojo, huh? That's pretty serious, whatever that is. If you're going to train, you're gonna have to be serious, otherwise real tragedies can happen. Is what happened last year still bothering you? That murder in her village, it happened because the power of channeling was misused. When a medium uses curing techniques, she temporarily loses her own will. So when an especially strong spirit is summoned, spirit medium can get taken over and even forced to commit terrible crimes. What's worse, in these cases, the spirit medium has no memory of what happened. That murder, it wasn't your fault, Maya. You know that, don't you? I suppose not, but I guess I'm still a bit shaken up, that's all. It sounds like being a master brain is going to be a heavy responsibility. Oh, Nicky boy, Maya. Mr. Light. All I want to do is help my dear Ronnie. Yeah, but I guess he ended up hurting his case. Don't say that, Nick. She doesn't need your help beating herself up. Hey, Nicky boy, please help Ronnie. He's not a killer, I swear. My Ronnie would never hurt a fly. Alright, I'll poke around and see what I can find out. Really? Are you serious? Oh, I'm so happy. I knew asking for your help was the right thing to do. I don't know what I can do to help anymore. I had no idea Mr. Light was such a vulnerable side. Listen carefully, Nicky boy. My Ronnie will never ever kill anyone. It's just not in him. I don't think he would either, Nick. Yeah, but you have to admit he's kind of a bit of a temper on him. Not that hard to imagine him screaming and snapping and screaming, "Please die!" He would never say that. Anyway, Mr. Light, he might not be a killer, but he's still going around saying that he's the thief. I already told you that's just a fantasy for him. Mr. Light, I hate to say it, but you're the one living in a fantasy world. What? How dare you say that to me, Nicky boy? I know everything about my Ronnie. We don't even have secrets between us. Ronnie isn't a thieving type. He's so honest that he wouldn't even sneak a nap. He's so honest that he wouldn't steal a glance. A thief. The very idea. I guess I just don't get it. Huh? Get what? I just can't understand how they could be so different and yet be such a happy couple. Yeah, they sure are different. Come on now, Nicky boy. It's not that mysterious, isn't it? It was love at first sight. For me, anyways. What? For you? I hate these kind of people more than anything. Oh, you mean Ace Detective? No, I'm fine with Ace Detectives. Oh, so then you must be thieves? No, they're alright too. I just hate thieves that pretend to be Ace Detectives. There's nothing I hate more than cowardly men. By the way, why did you go to the Detective Admin's office anyways? Well, as the trial went on, I started to get more and more anxious. I wanted to try to find out more about the real criminal. A real criminal? Yes, obviously the real Master Max is not my Ronnie, right? Yeah. And Detective Admin knew more of Master Max than anyone else. They mentioned him on the Great People Around Town segment on TV. So then you went there to ask him some questions? That's right, I'll do whatever it takes to save my man. His secretary said the ex-detective isn't in right now, but I forced my way past her and into his hideout. I wouldn't exactly call that office of his a hideout. My bag was sitting there on top of the table. Oh yeah, we saw that bag there yesterday too. There's nothing lower than someone who could try to pin a crown on someone else. Mr. Light, do you know about KB security? Don't be silly, of course I do. That's where my Ronnie works. So she thinks she still works there, huh? And yeah, according to what we heard today. Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron DeLay was once an employee at KB Security. He was a professional security guard. Ron quit. He doesn't work there anymore. It looks like Mr. Light doesn't know. KB Security is only about 20 minutes away by motorcycle, that is. Larry told me it takes about 30 minutes by car. Well, I have to admit I tend to fly pretty fast on my bike. And making a KB Security that fast, are you sure you aren't really flying? Why don't I give you a ride sometime, or better yet, how about now? No, I'll pass. Thanks. Well, why don't you just tell us where it is and we'll go ourselves? What a scaredy cat you are, Nick. Mr. Light told us the location of KB Security. Okay, let's head over there right away, Nick. Was it really love at first sight when you first met Mr. Delight? Well, maybe not at first sight, but Ronnie saved my life. Saved your life? I was at work one day when two robbers suddenly rushed in. Well, I'm not the kind to just curl into a little ball in the corner, so I fought back. Robbers? Yes, they took me hostage. I was so frightened. They were both carrying these huge knives, and I broke down into tears. Yeah, I would too if I were in that situation. Oh, I think I get it. Did Mr. Delight come running to save you? Yes, exactly. I remember he looked so handsome in that guard uniform of his. He ran up to these knife-wielding robbers and screamed in their faces. Please stop it! He screamed, so I could see the robber's face turn pale. That type of streak of his does have a surprisingly strong effect on people. Then, crying and swinging his arms like crazy, he attacked the two robbers. All by himself, he came to save me, a total stranger, all by himself. He was so scared that he was crying and shaking, but he still risked his life for me. Wow, that's a great story. Yes, he may not look it, but in a tough situation, there's no one better. That's why I fell in love with him like I did. It's so romantic. I fall in love too, I guess. Nick, I hope you do the same for me if I get ever take hostage. With Maya, that possibility always seems to loom in the not-so-distant future. Funny how she said that even though she got kidnapped in the last game. So I guess this is where it all went down, huh? The walls here look thick, just like you expect in the CEO's office. What has it got to do with everything? Oh, yeah, two guys. Oh, it's just the Gumshoe. Today was a real train wreck for you guys, huh? Sure was, pal. That prosecutor made a real fool out of us. Yeah, I feel for you. Wow, that's not like you at all. I thought you'd be more like, oh, that was great. You guys got what you deserve, pal. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Or something like that effect. Do I really sound like that to you, pal? If that gumshoe fits? Well, anyway. The point is I can tell when everyone puts their heart into the job. I can sympathize when things don't go your way. Sometimes I feel like wrong is the only way things go for us detectives. Wow, I had no idea Detective Gumshoe was such a nice guy. Now if a little love fest is over, maybe we can start investigating? Detective Gumshoe, tell us what you know about the murder. Okay, but the thing is, I'm really not supposed to. Hey, come on, what about how we put our hearts into our work? Things are really working against us right now, we need help. Okay, I'll tell you, just don't start crying on me, okay, pal? Okay, I won't cry on you, pal. The victim's name is Kane Bullard. He was the CEO of KB Security, a pretty big fella in his own right. His corpse was discovered at 9 o'clock this morning. His estimated time of death was 1 o'clock in the morning on October 12th. Cause of death was blunt force trauma on the head, probably nausea in this room. It happened at exactly the same time as Master Mass was still in the urn, huh? So why did it take almost an entire day to discover the body? There's a good explanation for that one. Bullard's body was set. Hey, well that is a pretty big... No one has heard from him, and when they opened the safe this morning, out he came. Also, the body fell out. That white string must be the shape of when he fell out. I think we still need more information about Mr. Bullard. We should start by getting his man's name right. So, what happened to Master Mass? You got Jennings Center screaming like a madman. Investigate me again! Keeps yelling. No. I didn't mean him. I meant the real thief anyway, right? Oh, you mean the detective at me? Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, that was great. That guy got what he deserved. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Now that's the detective I know and love. Think about it. Atme was always around when the calling card showed up, but he's always mysteriously disappeared when the heist took place. I was hiding in a crime scene. Ha! Yeah, right. That's the lamest thing I ever heard. That's how I knew he was a thief. That would explain how he was able to retrieve the stolen items he keeps bragging about. Yeah, he just did that to make himself look like a great detective. That's all. But there's just one thing I can't figure out about his first heist. His first heist? Yeah, the Tears of Emerald case. There was a witness on that one. A witness? Here, I saved the newspaper clipping. Since the thief is already under arrest, you guys can keep it. Hey, this guard here. Haven't I seen him somewhere before? It's pretty small, so it looks kinda hard to see, but now that you mention it... Oh, that prosecutor, I really don't like that guy. The way he used our own evidence to do that to Mr. Delight. Yeah, I think he did it that way just because he knew it'll hurt more. That's what my gut tells me anyway. So who was that Jabba-addicted mass maniac anyway? Prosecutor Godot? He's quite the enigma, huh? Thing is, pal, I never even heard of the guy before. He just showed up one day in the prosecutor's office. Came out of nowhere. That's right, he said this was his first day as a prosecutor. And it's true according to the records anyway. But, no way he's an amateur. He's an Iceman and maverick that gives me goosebumps. Goosebumps? You? Yeah, I knew something that was off about him, so I asked around. Nobody would talk to me. They all just turned the other way. Poor Detective Gumshoe. I had no idea you were so unpopular. No, that's not what I meant. The Godot guy acts like he knows me and has a grudge against me. I get a feeling he's hiding some kind of dark secret. Detective Gumshoe! Tell us more about Mr. Shane Bluebard. That's Kane Bullard, not Shane Bluebard, pal. Oh yeah, the victim in this case just doesn't make much of an impression on me. Well, you were the victim up until Mr. Bullard was found dead. Yeah, and his body wasn't discovered until this morning. Anyway, we don't have enough information yet. Can you help us out? Sorry, I'm actually a little confused myself. For some reason, I'm just blabbering like an idiot right now. Okay, Nick. Now's our chance to get more info about the victims, so hurry up and ask. Can you tell us more about Mr. Bullard? He was the CEO of KB Security, right? What kind of company is it anyways? Well, the company basically sends security teams out of buildings to guard them. This Bullard must have chanced to learn a lot of secrets doing this kind of work. Oh, and I don't know how to put this, but this guy's kind of a money grubber. Really? Me too. I just love money. I can't ever get enough. Please stop leaning on. Stop leaning in towards me like that. You aren't getting into my wallet. Anyway, it looks like you did some pretty shifty stuff to earn his millions. Oh, so that's my problem. Why did you get shiftier? Let me go already. Apparently he was involved in selling trade secrets between rival companies. Oh, that's pretty dirty and underhanded. Yeah. Oh, KB Security used to head security operations against Mask to Mask. What? Really? Yeah, and after screwing up so many times, the company's reputation really took a nosedive. It really was Bullard who sent Ron the blackmail letter, huh? Ew, think about it, that guy was laying in here all night. Yeah, oh, by the way, don't bother asking about the fingerprints, there were none. Well, somebody opened the safe on the night of the crime, right? Yeah, and so... Well, Mr. Bullard's body was hidden in there. It must mean that it was opened by either the killer or the victim, right? Yeah, I guess so. Oh ho 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 ho. I got some bad news for you, pal. Are you ready? Okay, shoot. Opening this baby is no piece of cake. There are only a few people who know how to open the safe, pal. Yeah, and everyone that knows how to open the safe had airtight alibis, I checked. Everyone except one, that is. I'm almost afraid to ask. Former security chief, Ron DeLight. What? Ron DeLight? He was security chief? Ron? So he knew how to open the safe, huh? Yeah, sorry for raining on your parade there, pal. Oh, there's a button here. Let's see. Hey, cut it out! Don't press that! That was pretty funny. I never knew Jets are gonna make me jump like that. What is that button anyways? It's an emergency buzzer. It says so right there in the panel. Whoops, you're right. It's written it right there. Nick, how many times have I told you to read the instructions first? Somehow connected to the basement guard room. They used to summon security up here. Really? That's not possible on the night of the crime. Oh, so when the CEO was attacked, do you think that maybe he pressed the buzzer? Yeah, I thought about that, so I asked around down there, but they said that the buzzer never went off that night. Also, we couldn't find any fingerprints with the buzzer. Mr. Bullard, the victim, wasn't wearing any gloves, by the way, just so you know. I think we better go and talk to that guard about the emergency buzzer. Check out this big, thick binder here. Leave the heavy lifting to me, Nick. Reading the file isn't exactly backbreaking work, just a little hard on the eyes. Ah! Well, what did you find out, Nick? This file. It's not about any sort of security operations or anything. This huge file is all about Mask to Mask. It's filled with info about him. What? What kind of info? It's filled with incredibly detailed information about his methods and the crime scenes. Hey, Nick. Look at the last page. It's a list. Let's see. It's here, Emerald, $100,000. It looks like a list of all the treasures that Mask to Mask stole. So then $100,000 is the value of a stolen item? I don't know. That number seems kind of low to me. I think I better secretly make a copy of this list. About this blackmail letter. Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about it too, pal. Why would King Bullard have been blackmailing Ron DeLight anyways? Well, Mr. DeLight used to work at KB Security, right? So what was it that made him quit? Nick, that's it. Maybe it's the same reason he's been blackmailed. Well, I'm in the middle of investigating that right now. Oh, alright. Wow, this is really something else. Your security guard's office, it sure doesn't feel any secure. Maybe security guard. Oh, I just remember Larry might be. Hey Nick, what's up? Ugh, so he is here. Yo, how's it hanging, dude? You got my sweet little Maya with you too. Hi, Larry. Here I was working my fingers to the bone. And walks an angel, and I got no problems with the daylight date. It's all good. No, that's not what we're here for. We're investigating the Bullard murder case. Huh? Oh yeah, that's right. You're the lawyer, aren't you? He's so hopelessly clueless. Well, if it isn't about the murder case, boy, do I have some good info for you. Really? What is it? Well, I don't mind sharing with my sweet little Maya. But Nick here's a different story. But Larry, I thought you two were old school buddies. That was then and this is now. So what's this good info you were talking about, Larry? Hey, I'm a guard, a pro. I can't just give away information for free. It was a bribe. I thought professionals were more, I don't know, honest. Can you talk to him, Maya? Larry, tell us already. What's the good info? Hey, I like that. This kid has got some claws. Okay, you really want to know? Yes, so tell me. Okay, so the thing is, Ron DeLay was an employee here. And naturally, since I'm a pro, I looked at his background. Follow me? Yes, you're a pro. I follow you. Go on. Well, 1 year ago, Ron DeLay was fired. And there was no warning at all. It just happened all of a sudden. I know this is a small company, but I think that it was a pretty awful. I guess he must have done something bad to have gotten fired like that. Like maybe skipping out of work to go pick up hot chicks or something? No, that's just you. So what is it like to be a part-time security guard? Let me tell you, it's rough. Well, you know me. I get by alright, I guess. First, I have to keep my eye on these monitors all the time. Monitors? There's security cameras set in each room around the building. It's really hard. Sometimes I feel like my eyes are gonna fall out. Oh. And if I see something suspicious, I have to contact one of the teams. What teams? The security teams for the company. They're supposedly the best in the business. I'm no amateur either, so if it is something small, I don't bother calling them. So in other words, you basically watch TV screens all day long. You were in the office when the murder took place, weren't you? Well, why do you say that? This is a part-time job for me, and I can't operate the equipment, and I'm dumb. Even if it's a part-time and you are John, you're still in charge of security here. Hey, give me a break. Don't try to pin the whole thing on me. That's not fair, Nick. Huh? I don't think you can expect someone that can't take any responsibility. Anyway, the point is you were here that night, right? Oh no. Oh no, I knew something smelled bad. And it was the butts after all. Well, like I always say, that was then and this is now, okay? It looks like I'm gonna have to break this Cyclops after all. Well, let's do that right now. On the night of the crime, were you working hard like you were supposed to? What? Huh? Of course I was. Why wouldn't I have been? But you didn't sneak out of work yesterday to go see Mr. Light? But that was that, and this is this. Is there any chance that you snuck out of work last night, too? Never. I never sneak out. I'll tell you what, I'll even bet you $1. $1? Wow, that's confidence. What's with the dreaded on your red puppy look on your face? Do you have any evidence that I left the position, or are you just pulling my chain? The evidence that Larry was not manning his station when the murder happened is... this wallet. You know about this, right? I've never seen it before. Liar, you hadn't delivered this wallet to Mr. Light just yesterday. Give me a break. You just expect me to remember every little thing that happens. Well, I do expect you to remember something that happened just yesterday. What time was it when you found this wallet? I guess it was around 1 o'clock in the morning on the first floor in our company building. 1 o'clock in the morning? That's right. In other words, Larry, at the time of the murder, you were away in the security guard's office. Aha! Yeah, but there's something you didn't think about. What's that? My shift that day didn't start until 10 p.m. The murderer must have snuck out before then. What do you mean by that? If the murderer has snuck out before 10 p.m., then it wasn't my fault. It was the fault of the guy whose shift was before mine. Why do I have a feeling that he still doesn't get the seriousness of this? Listen up, Larry. You know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the killer snuck into the CEO's office after 10 p.m. during his shift. Larry, when you use this key card, does it leave a record? Yeah, it does. But I can't show the record to just anyone you know. The key card data was already made public at the trial today. What? I didn't know about that. Any kind of request for info like that is supposed to go through me. Boy, does that sound a bit arrogant coming from a part-time guard. Anyway, according to the data, the door of the CEO's office was open with this card. Furthermore, it was most definitely used at 1 a.m., the time of the murder. No way. Yes, someone used it to get into the CEO's office. That happened at 1 o'clock on the night of the crime, right in the middle of your shift. Oh, Larry, you can't duck your responsibility to this one. Yeah, no. Oh, I knew it. It's all my fault. It's my fault that the boss was killed. My fault. Larry. There was nothing I could do. I have important issues to deal with too, man. What happened that night anyway? My Donna happened. What? Your Donna? I got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, my Donna called and said, I have to talk to you right away. So I went to see her and he was standing right there next to her. Who was? Her new boyfriend. It was some horrible joke. Before I knew what was going on, the guy stalked me right to kiss her. Normally I'm the one who does the punching, isn't that right, Maya? Yeah. So it was why you like the security guard's office? Well, I'm sorry, it's all my fault. How can I ever make it up to you, Nick? What can I do? What? Wahaha. He curled up into the floor, crying like a baby. Nick, is there anything I do? Anything, just name it. I'll do whatever I have to do to make it up for it. I swear I will. Larry. Hey, Nick, as long as he's offering, why don't we show him the evidence we got? She's right. Maybe we'll get at least one bit of useful information from him. Nick. The buzzer in the CEO's office is directly connected to this room, right? That's right, just like my heart is connected to yours, Maya. Huh? Go ahead, Maya, press the buzzer in your heart. I promise I'll come running to your rescue, just like a professional guard I am. Wow, that was pretty good. Thanks, I tried. Do you think you can tell us more about the buzzer now? Yes, please. Please tell us. Okay, I guess so. Prepare to be wowed. I accidentally pressed the buzzer earlier. Yeah, I heard it. So that was you, huh? You're a security guard, aren't you? Why didn't you come to the CEO's office? Well, this is the third floor of the basement. The CEO's office is on the first floor. I thought it would be a good idea to adopt the wait-and-see approach. Plus, there's a police detective here, right? I just didn't think it was necessary. As if he was trying to win the reward for the laziest person on the planet. Let's go back to talking about the night of the murder, okay? Is it true that the buzzer didn't go off that night? There must be a record, right? You must have had a look at it, right? Of course I did. And I couldn't possibly have made a mistake either. Do you think you could take just one more look for me, pretty please? Okay, I just can't say no to you, Maya. What do you think, Nick? He's probably right. I don't think even Larry could make a mistake like that. Wow! Well, what is it? What's wrong? I made a mistake! Huh? But how? It can't be. It's impossible. Okay, enough already. What about the record? At night. It went off just once in the morning, or at around 1 a.m. 1 a.m.? That's when the murder occurred. Really? Are you serious? It's terrible. It can't be. That's crazy. Treasure occurring exhibits all ruined now. Maya, I'm sorry, it was just so sad. This was our big chance for everyone to learn about spirit channeling. Maybe I can cheer up tomorrow. Well, now we got the sacred urn back, maybe we can reopen it? Really? Sure, maybe we can label it the Urn of Master Desires. I would probably attract a lot of attention. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. That's brilliant, Nick. We could clean up and be filthy rich. Woohoo! Oh, that was surprisingly easy. Oh, it's you, Mr. Wright. Miss Andrews. What's she still hanging around down here for? So how's it going? What about the sacred urn? The urn? Oh, that. It's been taken care of already. What do you mean all that? Taken care of? Do you mean it's been found? Yes, it was brought in during the trial today. Wow, really? You really are the greatest, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright had nothing to do with it. It was Master Mask's wife that found it. Well, anyway, I'm so relieved. I just heard about it all in the news. So that detective was actually the thief all along. It looks that way right now. It's my fault. I'm the one who hired Master Mask to guard the treasure. Don't blame yourself. You're just doing your job. Hey Nick, if she wants to apologize, you should let her. So when was it that you hired Detective at me again? Well, 20 days ago. That was when the Master Mask calling card arrived? That was about 10 days ago. They sent a calling card to the very place that was hired to guard. I guess that's it then. Detective Abney must have really wanted the secret urn after all. I guess so. What? So Master Mask murdered someone as well? Well, that's how things look right now. Yes, but I thought that he was stealing the urn all this time. Well, we're talking about the criminal mastermind, so anything is possible. Nick, let's get down to business already. On the night of the theft, you notice anything suspicious about Detective Atme? No, I couldn't have. After all, he was in the whole time. I never even caught a glimpse of him. I think that's the way he always operates. So that's what he says, so he can have an alibi in which he commits the theft himself. Yeah, he was caught in the crime scene photo dressed up as Master Mask pretty well. I'm so glad you got the sacred urn back. Yes, but there's still something that bothered me about it. Well, what is it? Not exactly sure, but somehow the urn that came back seems different. Well, really? You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Miss Andrews? No, I don't know anything. Why would I? Oh dear. Cyclops. What do you think this means, Nick? It means that it means the person holds a secret, and the mystery of the secret urn is our very own Miss Andrews. Well, we don't have enough evidence, so we should head out for now. Ah, but Mr. Wright. Mr. Light? Did you finish the interrogation? Yes, but please don't leave me alone anymore! Mr. Delight, you lied to us before, didn't you? Well, you see, on the same night the sacred urn was stolen in the Lord Taylor department store. The blackmail letter you got summoned you to KB security to hand over some money. And then, that's when the CEO, King Bullard, was murdered. But there's only one Delight, am I right? And the only question is, where were you that night? This time I want to hear the whole truth, your life depends on it. Okay. Mr. Delight, do you still insist that you are Master Mask? Isn't that what I've been saying since yesterday? That was a quick response. Tell me about it, to be honest, it's starting to get irritating. But listen, Mr. Delight, at the trial today, we learned the true identity of the thief, didn't we? Hehehe. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one for myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. I guess it's true. I wasn't the one to storm that urn. Of course not. After all, you were the KB security at the time. So then the person just had his Master Mask in this photo. It's gotta be Detective Atme. So that night, you didn't go to Lordy Taylor, you went to KB Security, right? Yes, I went to KB Security at the time the blackmail laws said I should. Alright, what happened next? Well, I used to work there, so I knew where the CEO office was. I knocked, but there was no answer. So then I used the keycard to unlock the door. That's probably when he dropped the wallet. When I went into the CEO's office, someone was in there. Someone. And suddenly they bashed me over the head. Bam! That was King Bullard that hit you? I don't know. The person ran away while I was still stunned. When I came to my senses, the sight I saw left me speechless. The dead body of the CEO was right there in front of me. I thought I died myself. Anyway, I thought I should do something with the body. So that's why you put it in the safe? Yes, that's right. I used to be chief at one of the security teams, so I knew how to open it. Okay, what did you do after that? Well, I got out of there for starters. I was the one to set up the security cameras in that building. So I knew how to avoid being spotted by them. Yeah. All of a sudden, Mr. Delight kind of sounds like a murderer to me. Please don't say that. Mr. Delight, is it true that 1 year ago, you were forced to quit KB Security? How did you... I'm begging you, please don't tell Desi, please! Don't worry, we haven't told anyone yet. Whew, thank goodness. No, I mean, I am. But I'm supposed to have to tell her sometime. She'll find out eventually. Why have you been hiding it from her anyways? Desi would despise me if I ever found out I was living a life of crime. Criminal and thief, she'll never forgive me, our marriage will be over. Knowing that, why did she become a thief in the first place? Because Desi spends money like it's water. There's no job in the world that could bring in enough money. Except being a thief, at least that's what I thought anyways. So he became Master Mask for Desiree, huh? Hey, that's an article about my debut heist! Boy, that was a tough one. Before I knew it, they were hot on my trail. Master Mask, he must have gotten away, right? It says in the article that he disappeared. That's right, I got sunburst at the expiration. I hid my Master Mask costume in a nearby plastic bucket. Then I quickly changed into my security guard uniform. Pretty clever, huh? Wow, awesome. Hey, hold the phone. Regarding this photo, it was you, Mr. Delight? That's right, I shrieked to it, if I do say so myself. Nice and easy to figure it out. Even pros could see through that in a heartbeat. But yeah, you might expect Detective Atme found the disguise. He truly deserves the title of Ace Detective. Detective Atme found the Master Mask disguise. That's interesting. Yes, and I heard that he brought it home with him. So that's it. That's when Acme got his hands on this. Thanks to that, I got a chance to remake my costume. That must have been really time-consuming, huh? Yes, it took quite a while to complete. Anyway, a few days after that, I received the first of the blackmail letters. Well, blackmail letters? You got him starting when? Tell me more, now! Hey, calm down. Don't get so worked up. This blackmail letter. Is it the first one you got? No, of course not. But this is the first one ever called me up in a specific location. So did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the Tears Emerald heist. First letter. It said, I know you did it. So someone found out about your true identity? Just like that? It's not that easy being a master thief, you know. I got proof that it was you, so give up. It went out to say. So in the end, I had to give up the treasure I went through all that trouble to steal. Is that right? Hey, hang on a sec. Hang on. What do you mean you had to give it up? Oh, don't worry. After I put the jewel in the safe deposit box with the letters in specific size, someone sent me $10,000. No one said anything about me being worried, you know. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. The plans? What are these plans you're talking about? There were instructions on how to steal a crown or painting or some other rare treasure. They show security blind spots, escape routes, and even suggest training methods. So you mean the one who planted the heist wasn't you? No, it wasn't. It was planned the very first one. After that, I received plans from some very kind person, incredibly detailed plans. So sent Mrs. Delay is thankful for the person that was blackmailing him. So Ron Delay was mastermind after all. But something else is behind the theft. Someone who planned them all out of detail. All I had to do was deposit the treasures I stole into the safe deposit box. Then I just waited for the cash to come in the mail. Could you try not to be so gleeful about it? So you went after the secret urn because of one of those plans, too? Well, see, truth is, I've never seen the urn. All I did was follow the instructions and steal what I was told to steal. Mr. Delight, is everything you just told me the truth? Yes, but please don't tell Desi, okay? Ron, before we go, there's only one thing I want to ask you. Yes? Please don't hurt me. Mr. King Buller, do you swear that it wasn't you who killed him? Yes, of course. I could never... I'm not lying. All I did was hide his body in the safe. But then I was afraid to discover what I did, so I turned myself in yesterday. Why? Well, if the judge had ruled that I was guilty of robbery, then I'll have an alibi, right? I guess so. You're very clever, Mr. Delight. I guess I have no choice but to take Mr. Delight as his word. Mistake Maya! Hey, Pearly! I'm back! Hey, Pearl, so what have you been up to this whole time? Second urn, Mr. Nick. I took it back to Crane Village to have it examined. And, what did you find out? Well, there's no need to worry. They said it's the real urn. That's a relief. I was really worried. But, there's one small problem. Problem? These cute little pink explosions, they said that it's paint, and then they were put on the urn recently. Why are we talking about the pink explosions again? What's the big deal? What's the big deal? You gotta find out how they get there. That's a big deal. Yes, Mr. Nick, we gotta find out how they got there. Okay, we'll go find out how they got there. Please don't forget about me. Oh, Pearl, how nice to see you. Hello there. I haven't seen you around lately. What have you been up to? Well, actually, I was having this urn examined. Oh, I see. Maybe we take another good look at this urn. We can figure out the mystery of what actually happened here. Nick, let's look around one more time. This box, there's something about it that bothers me. That's the box that the secret urn was in. And looks like there's some paint on it too. And it's definitely the same color as the stuff in the urn. I think I know how the paint got on now. Alright, let's investigate again, Nick. It looks like to me it's been dry for several days. There's something suspicious about this paintboard. The bottom left part is shaped oddly and is shockingly pink. Just okay, could it be the odd shape is? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. Ah, that's the box the sacred urn was in. If you look here, there's a little painted bait in the box as well. Wow, you're right. Look, it matches. What is it, Mr. Nick? This is all turning out exactly as I thought it would. I think it's starting to become all clear. We're so much closer to solving the mystery of what happens to the urn. Miss Andrews, do you know anything about the sacred urn? Do I know anything? I'm a treasure said that the urn was submitted before the court today. It's obvious not the same urn that was before. Well, that's true. Maybe it wasn't the same. It could have been a fake. A fake? You're the one who said it wasn't the same, so how's the most obvious explanation? Do you have any evidence that the urn was submitted as the trial was genuine? Sorry to break it to you, but the urn is a genuine article. Pearls went back to Crane Building and have it examined. Is that right? That's nice, but I don't see why she discovered that the urn has been broken. Again. Did you say again? Yes, it was broken once a year ago. And now it looks like the same thing has happened. And quite recently, too. Recently? Are you saying that this urn was broken recently? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Why do you think it was broken recently? How do you know? This poster. It was made recently, right? Poster? Ah, the poster from the exhibit. At the time this photo was taken, the urn says I am on it. But now for some mysterious reason, it says Amy. When the urn was fixed, the letters were transposed. Ah! I am. What does that even mean? I don't know anything about that. I wasn't even there when this photo of the poster was taken. That was a mistake. Now, tell the truth. Wait. 4? Even if the urn was broken, I had nothing to do with it. Huh? Yes, that's it. It must have been one of the people in the photo shoot. They probably dropped it. I'm sure that's what happened. Looks like she's still not going to give up the Cyclops so easily. Do you have any proof that the urn was broken here, Lordy Taylor? Well, Miss Andrews? What is it supposed to mean? There was pink paint all over this urn. Yeah. And there was pink paint all over the floor of the walls of this basement warehouse. In other words, the urn was broken here. You can't weasel out this one, Miss Andrews. But... Uh-oh, she's trying to make her escape. But you can get pink paint anywhere. Well, it's not in my office, that's for sure. Well, there is in my room. Liar. Anyway, the paint in the urn and the paint in the floor. There's no proof that they're the same paint. Come on, this is getting ridiculous. Proof thinking the age the urn is for is... this box. The urn was stored in this, right? Yes, that's right. Well, there's pink paint in this box as well. Ah. I think you already know where I'm going with this, don't you? Yes, more or less. The paint in the floor and the odd shape is printed on it, doesn't it? Yes. If you put this box in the impression of the paint, you can see it fits perfectly. Which means this box was dropped right over there. And that is when the urn was broken. Your name does you justice, Mr. Wright. I'm so sorry. I was the one who broke the urn. Boy, does that make me feel some sort of evil school teacher. I'm a terrible person. Not only did I break it, but I try to hide what I did. Well, that's not so hard to understand, isn't it, Pearlie? No, not at all. Just know how she feels. It happened about 2 weeks ago, just after the poster photo was taken on the same day the urn arrived here. I thought I'd put it away down here for safekeeping. I was carrying it in the box. When I tripped on the paint can, I lost my balance. The box I was carrying crashed into the ground. I heard a terrible noise and I thought my heart was going to stop. Fearing the worst, I opened the lid in the box and that's when it happened. The broken piece of the urn fell out of the box and landed right in the paint. I was in shock. I let a huge scream. I can totally see how that could happen. Yeah, as clumsy as she is, I'm sure Maya understands. Well, I knew it was the most important treasure to all the Korean village, so I tried as hard as I could to fix it. Fortunately, the shards were pretty big, and that's when the IM was changed to Amy. I didn't know how it was originally written. But any sane person would have figured assume it said Amy. Any sane person? Really? Oh, Pearls. She said he wasn't very good at spelling. Anyway, I put the urn into the storage room and no one has seen it since then. But there's something I don't get. When we first came here, I didn't see any paint stains. Well, that's because it was so ugly and embarrassing. I used the gold statue to cover it. The Amy statue, aha! The first time that we came down here, it was on the night the sacred urn was stolen. Not Mr. Nick. There's no paint marks on the wall and the floor of the warehouse where we were here. Well, there was a good reason for that. On the day of the crime around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive on the mountain training hole. And I realized that the statue would be a perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it. I see, now it makes perfect sense. But there's still one thing I find strange. What is it, Pearl? The day after the urn was stolen, we came here again. At the time, the statue had been moved and the paint was clearly visible. She's right about that. What, Miss Andrews? Huh? What? I don't know anything about that. I placed it there to cover the paint, so why would I move it again? Well then, who was it? Who could have done it and why? Well, the day before the theft, the statue was definitely closer to the door. Then the next day, it was moved. But why? It looks like there's some connection between the sacred urn and the murder case. Well, why? Why do you think so, Nick? Because that night, the real thief brought the light was at KB Security. So then why did another Master show up here? A lot of different things are pointing to one undeniable fact. One undeniable fact? The murder trial is starting tomorrow, but it looks like that thief is going to make another appearance. Alright, we're done with that, so let's go on to continue the trial. Hey, Nick. What is it this time? Don't believe how many people are here for the trial. Well, it is a murder case. What are you talking about? You're here for the trial next door. Next door? Why don't you know that they're having Detective Appy's trial today? Detective Appy? This is they're gonna try him as Master Mask. Already? That was fast. Boy, I love to see Master Mask's trial. I know. By the way, where's Pearls? Oh, she went back home. She says she can't neglect her training anymore. You know you don't like me. Pearls has really gone into her training lately, huh? Yeah, ever since that incident last year. Please, don't ignore me! Oh, Mr. Delight. Good morning. No one likes me. No one will notice me even if I killed someone. Come on, don't be silly. Wait a sec. You don't mean you're the murderer? No, I'm just a poor thief. No, wait, that's not right. A thief can't really be poor. Now let's see, according to Mr. Delight, from his second crime on, he was following a bunch of set plans. Plans that someone had been sending him to help him commit the heist. Do you really think there's a connection between the thief and the murderer, Nick? It's possible. But today's trial is a race against the clock. Huh? How come? Let's just take our time like always. I'm afraid that's not an option. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Wright. The defense is ready, Your Honor. You're ready. The preparation is the last refuge of the week. Okay, settle down, everyone. Let's begin with your opening statement, Mr. Cadeau. He's got the judge in his palm of his hand yet again. Light is simply too young to be sent to war. That's all. I'm afraid I have no idea what that means, Mr. Cadeau. Ha! Then you need to get out more, Your Honor. Life is war. That is exactly why you must be more precise in your wording. That's all my statement means. You understand now, right? Yes. Well then, let me briefly summarize the details of this case. Well, the judge is taking charge like he knows what's going on for a change. The victim is King Bullard, CEO of KB Security. His body was found in the safe at approximately 9 o'clock in the morning of the 13th. However, the time of death was estimated at 1 a.m. on the previous day, and that's when a little lost kitten dropped the ball. That little lost kitten is, of course, the defendant. Very well then, Mr. Goodell, please call your first witness. I never drink more than 17 cups of coffee during any given trial, but the first one is always the best. Mr. Goodell, your witness? Okay then, let's hear what the defendant, Mr. Light, has to say for himself. The defendant? Well, Mr. Wright, does that defense have any objections? It may be a bit more disadvantage having the defendant testify, but I remember when Mia was defending me. She allowed me to testify so I could do this cross-examination. She put a lot of trust in me back then. We have no objections, Your Honor. The defense will allow Mr. Light to testify. Ha! You got guts, Trite. Alright then, Mr. Light, please take the stand. You did it, didn't you? Yes. What? No. That's not true. For a moment there, I thought we set a record for the shortest trial ever. Well, Mr. Delaney already looks plenty guilty with that face he's making. And once he's opened his big mouth, he'll probably put the last nail in his own coffin. Ha! Very well. Now then, can you tell us something? If you didn't kill Bullard, why did you go to KB Security? Well, that's kind of hard to say. Boy, I wish I could go home. Now then, let's hear some testimony about what happened. That evening, around 1 o'clock a.m., I went to see Mr. Bullard in his office at KB Security. A blackmail letter I got. He ordered me to go there. I've been working for KB Security until a year ago, so I know where his office is. 1 a.m., the exact time the murder took place. The weak got washed away by the tides of faith. The strong drinks it up. Ha! It's bitter today too, just like my destiny. You never know from the way he's chugging it down. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please. It ordered you there? It was the first time I got a blackmail letter that ordered me to go somewhere. Does that mean you got other blackmail letters then? Oh, of course. They say things like, steal this or take that. Aha, why did you say those for later, Mr. Delight? Please don't say anymore. Now, what should I do? So in the blackmail letter, the questions say, it says to bring $50,000. Money, eh? A perfect probe to commit murder. Oh, but wait! I never intended to pay that money anyways. Oh, is that right? After all, he had nothing to hold over my head. I had nothing to be afraid of. An important point indeed. Witness, please, let's have that added to your testimony. Yes, sir. Ha! Muddy Mud Skipper in outer space has a better chance of surviving than I do. The blackmail that I thought didn't scare me. I wasn't going to cause me trouble or anything. You used to be security chief at KB Security, right? Yes, that's right. A security chief? You? And yet, a year ago, you were fired without notice. Revenge is for old grudge, a perfect motive for murder, wouldn't you say? This isn't good. Maybe I should change the subject. Mr. Delight, please tell us why you were fired from your job. Well, the world is filled with those who have said, I wish I had never asked that. Okay, then I take it back. Defendant, please answer the question. I needed money. You needed money? You see, Desi loves suspended. It's kind of her hobby. Not exactly the best hobby in the world, huh, Nick? My salary wasn't nearly enough, so I stole data from the company. Come again? KB Security has a lot of security info for all sorts of companies. And since I was a security team chief, you stole some data and sold it. Mr. Bullet found out, and I was fired immediately. What? I wish I had never asked that. I was somehow able to keep it secret and made it seem like I have to quit on my own. What is it, Nick? You don't look good. Someone who brings harm to their company is fired as punishment? You do well to remember that. He sure told you. So you mean you stole data from your company, is that correct? Yes, I'm sorry. It's a very important fact. Please add to your testimony. Oh man, this whole thing just turned a big case of worst, crashed and blew up. It's gonna take a jaws of life to rip out this case from the clutches of disaster. He fired me for selling company secrets, but Desi doesn't know about that. Mr. Delight, what you just said just now doesn't match with what you told me yesterday. Huh? What doesn't? I think you must have been scared, very scared, of having a certain person find out your secret. A certain person? Miss Desiree Delight, the defendant's wife. Well, but listen to me, Miss Desi, she... Looks like if I just sit back and relax, the fun will end truly before it begins. No. Yes, we know. It was all your wife's fault. What do you mean? Mr. Delight stole company data to pay his wife's spending habit, for which he was fired. Unable to face his own wife, someone used his dirty little secret to blackmail him. And that is how the murder came about. Oh, No, everything is falling nearly at place for him. Just don't talk about my Desi like that, or you'll be sorry! Well, it seems that we learned a great deal of things here so far. What do you think, Nick? I didn't think it was possible to get thoroughly whipped in just 20 minutes. Clearly there's an insignificant motive for murder. He stole data for his wife and killed to protect the secret. A family man who cared just a little too much. The motive is clear. Let's move on. What happened at the crime scene at 1 in the morning, Mr. Delight? Come now, tell us. We're all ears. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. Suddenly, I was hit on the forehead. After that, I remember being a bit dazed. Had I been wearing that, I would have been killed. When I came to, Mr. Bullet was lying there, dead. I see. Something hit on the forehead, huh? I believe the detective from yesterday provided similar testimony. He said that Master Best knocked him on the head from behind. Of course, since Agnew turned out to be the culprit himself, that was all a lie. Ha! No one's going to believe a pathetic lie like that. But what are you saying? I really was attacked. We'll find out if what you say is true or not during the cross-examination. Got that, Mr. Wright? Don't go easy just because he's your client. If I see any signs that you are, I'll treat you like to another cup of my special blend. You don't need to worry about that, Mr. Godot. I have faith in him. I know he didn't do it. That? Did you please clarify what you were referring to? Why, my Master Mask costume, of course. Wait just a moment. Master Mask? Huh? Sorry, I didn't forget to mention that before. To be on the safe side, I dressed as Master Mask. And then I descended upon the office of the CEO of KB Security. What? Nick, do you know about this? You never told me this. I don't recall ever mentioning it to me either. Even I didn't know that. It seems our little friend really loves to keep secrets. I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now. Wait, that's not right. You know how sometimes things just slip your mind? Ha! My sixth cup of coffee is starting up to me coldly. At any rate, we can't ignore the new piece of information. Witness, please correct your testimony. I'd be killed if I were wearing Master Mask costume. Why were you dressed up as Master Mask? Why, because I'm Master Mask, of course. What are you talking about? Master Mask trial is already held next door. Yes, I guess so. Anyway, at the time, I thought I was being blackmailed over a Master Mask issue. So I thought I should go in and help as him, just to be safe. Oh boy, let me tell you, it was a real pain to move around with that cape. That's why it took a lot longer than expected. It took a lot longer? What are you talking about? What do you mean by took a lot longer? Oh, opening the safe, of course. My kid got caught in the safe door, you see. This all happened when I was hiding Mr. Buller's body. Whoa, what was that? Back up a sec. Yes? You were the one that hid the body in the safe? Well, yeah. Inconceivable! Why? Just why? What reason can you have? What were you thinking? Question. When does somebody toss their dirty shorts in the washing machine? What? The answer is simple. When they take them off. As usual, I have no idea what you're saying. Do you mean my Mr. Light hid the body because he was the murderer? Ha! So you're not as stupid as you look. His metaphor this time is really obscure. Mr. Wright, you don't mean that you knew about this whole safe business, do you? Well, yes. Why am I the only one not on the loop here? Witness, make sure you add this to the testimony. Yes, sir. Uh-oh, looks like the star in front is moving over the well-feathered judge. I panicked and hit the body to save. It took about 10 minutes. Your Honor, could you please take a look at this record? And what might this be? A record for emergency buzzer that connects the CEO's office to security. If the button is pressed, the security team is supposed to come running. And according to this record, the buzzer was pushed once at 1:02 p.m. What? If Mr. Delight truly was the murderer, he would have ran as soon as that buzzer sounded. After all, the security guard would be heading this way. Ha! Let's remember who we're dealing with here. He probably had no idea where the security personnel in this building. Up until a year ago, my client was working as the chief of security. There's no way he could have known about them. But, as it turns out, the guard never came. That was nothing more than a coincidence. The fact that the guard was a pathetic loser who had just punched in the face by his ex-just new boyfriend, it wasn't everywhere in the vicinity was something Mr. Delight could have known. Ha! Again, remember who we're dealing with here. It is a sure bet that Mr. Delight didn't even notice the buzzer going off. This buzzer is extremely loud. There is no way he couldn't ignore something like that. If he had been conscientious, that is. Conscientious? What do you mean by that? Fine. Let's hear your theory. Recall the defendant's testimony. The moment he entered the victim's office, someone attacked him. Mr. Delight said he felt dazed. I'm willing to wager that he was knocked unconscious for at least a few minutes. Unconscious? Till he fainted? That's why Mr. Delight didn't know about the buzzer that sounded. And that's why he thought he had time to hide the body. So what are you trying to say? Mr. Delight was knocked out and the buzzer went off soon afterwards. Now, unless McClellan was able to hit the buzzer while he was unconscious, you're telling me there's another person in that room? That's right, whoever it was, they knocked out Rob the light and they pressed the buzzer. Order of the court. Mr. Wright, this is preposterous. It was this kid, Rob the light, who was the one to kill King Bullard. Then who pressed the buzzer? It was the victim, of course. He pressed the buzzer when the defendant attacked him. He didn't die right away. He must have held on long enough to push the button. So King Bullard sounded the buzzer himself. What is your opinion on this, Mr. Wright? I can prove that the real killer is there to see the crime, but how? Can I prove that it wasn't King Bullard who sounded the buzzer? The defense opinion is this, Your Honor. This piece of evidence proves that it wasn't the victim who sounded the buzzer. I believe this is the piece of incontrovertible evidence you were looking for. The emergency buzzer? Is there kind of clue on it? Absolutely not. Hey, come on now. At least give us some thought on what you say before opening your mouth. The fact that there's absolutely no clues is itself a clue. Not I'm the one who's clueless. This button has no fingerprints on it. If Mr. Bullard had really pressed it himself, naturally he would have left his fingerprints behind. Run the light. Obviously wiped them off. Why would he? The guy would come in any moment. He trusts the button. I know he did. The defendant, Mr. Delight, was dressed as Master Mask. The Master Mask always wears gloves. What reason could he possibly have to wipe the button free of the fingerprints? Order! 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 Ha! It would seem. I've been forced to eat crow. I wonder what blend number crow flavored coffee is. However, if the real killer was there to see, why would that person press the emergency buzzer? Shouldn't they run away without pressing themselves in extra danger? What's with this awkward silence all of a sudden? Ha! It looks like you're fresh out of parlor tricks. But on to you, Nick. Just give me a minute to collect my thoughts. The real culprit killed Mr. Bullard at around 1 a.m. And Mrs. Delight just happened to waltz in when the murder was taking place, right? The killer clobbered Mr. Delight and then sounded the buzzer. Even the security was supposed to respond right away if the buzzer was pressed. Security was supposed to respond? Time's up, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you have to say. Very well then. Oh-ho, you got some guts. I like that in an opponent. Why did the real killer sound the emergency buzzer? The killer knew that if they pressed the button, the guard would come running. And that was exactly what they wanted. Do you mean to say the killer called the guard on purpose? Yes, although as it turns out, he never showed up. Because he was getting his clock cleaned at the time. Ha! What a touching story. You're saying that the killer had to change of heart and call the guard to turn himself in? No, I'm not. When that buzzer sounded, there were 3 people in the office. The victim, King Bullard, who was already dead. The defendant, Rob the Light, who was out cold. And the 3rd person, the real killer. Hypothetically, yes. Now then, in this situation, if the real killer made an escape, what would happen? The only ones left in this room would be the victim and Rob the Light. And if the security guards came running in at the time, they would think that I was the murderer. Yes, that was precisely the real killer's objective. To frame Rob the Light for the murder. Order, order, order! Ha! It would seem. I've been made to eat my words once again. Actually, you've been making a do a spit take with the cup of coffee. But Mr. Wright, who was it? Who was it trying to frame me? Wait a second. I'm the one and only mask, so... Nick, you must mean the real killer is... We're going to drag that person in here right now. But who is it? I don't have any solid proof yet, but think about it. The killer knew Mr. Delight's identity, and they also knew that he had been called into KB security that night. So the killer used him to execute a well-crafted plan to murder King Buller. Now then, let's hear your accusation, Mr. Wright. Who was it that framed Mr. Rob Delight for the murder of King Buller? Detective, look at me. He's the only one who could have done it. Ace Detective? Look at me. You mean Master Mass did it? Your Honor, the person who's being tried to court next to us is not Master Mass after all. He is, in actuality, a true murderer of King Bullard. Order! Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Theft and murder. Which is the more serious crime? They're not even close. Murder is the most serious crime, of course. It's a capital crime, subject to a capital punishment. Please remember the trial from yesterday, if you would. When Luke Abney confessed, there was a huge commotion in the courtroom. Of course, a famous detective was unmasked as well as Master Mass. Instead of being convicted for murder, he was found guilty of grand larceny. That was his true detective all along. To be found guilty? Master Mass had a perfect alibi when the murder took place. He was still in the urn at Lordy Taylor. In other words, being found guilty as Master Mass was Luke Abney's airtight, watertight, and unassailable alibi. A guilty verdict. As an alibi? You know, it's almost time. For what? For Luke Abney's verdict. It was a pretty simple trial after all. If we're going to stop this trial and stall that one, we need to do it now. Of course, that is assuming that you have proof that the detective was the one who committed the murder. Mr. Luke Abney's trial is indeed a check to the attention of the entire country. If we were to intrude and fail to provide adequate proof of his true crime, Mr. Delight will be left with no grounds to appeal. Am I really sure about this? Ha! I bet it's only good when your life's at ante. Mr. Wright, I believe in you. Mr. Delight? So, please. I'm begging you! Thanks, but my decision will determine the rest of your life. Can I really risk your life like this? Phoenix! What was that? Don't stray, Phoenix. For your client, take the path of trust. That voice, it sounded like... Mia! Your Honor, defense requires an immediate recess. Huh. So that's your answer, huh? Very well. I decided as well. This court will now take a 20-minute recess. Mr. Wright, when we return, please summon Mr. Luke Abney to the stand. Yes, Your Honor.
Well, Sir Detective Abney. I have to say, Mr. Payne, you performed splendidly. Oh no, Sir Detective Abney. You were the one who...
That's enough. This court sees no reason for further prolong this trial. This court finds the defendant Luke Abney. Well, wait! Don't hand out your verdict yet, please.
Well, Sir Lawyer.
Welcome to my courtroom. Who's this hoser, huh? My name is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law, and I wish to file an accusation against this man, Luke Abney.
An accusation? You can accuse Master Mask?
That man is not Master Mask. He's just a ruthless murderer. What? All right. All right, let's finish it up. My sis? I could have sworn I heard Mia's voice. So then she's still alive, inside your heart.
Nicky boy! Oh, Mr. Light. Is it true that Detective was the real killer? To be honest, we don't have any definitive proof. But he's the one who could have done it. But wasn't he at Lori Taylor that night? Not to mention, we don't exactly know his motive. Wait, why would Detective Abney want to kill King Buller? Oops, it's almost time. We better get back to the courtroom. I need to find some solid proof. And it's gotta happen sooner rather than later. Now then, the court is back in section. Mr. Look at me, please take the stand. Well, how do you do, sir, lawyer? I never would have thought to see you acting so recklessly. I couldn't let them hand down your verdict just yet. Not when it would have given you a perfect alibi. An alibi in the name of Master Mask. I'm sorry. I'm afraid even the great Look at me have no idea what you mean. Of course, I have been in the next courtroom ever since 10 o'clock this morning. I'm afraid there's no way I could have known what's been going on in here. You've been in the defendant's seat all day long, correct? Being tried as Master Mask. Indeed, it's truly child's play to fool the arrogant masses. Not only did the poor fools ask me to protect their values, they even gave me a generous reward upon offering their own property to them. Take this red diamond ring that sparkles in my divine finger, for example. So you continue to insist that you are in fact Master Mask? Of course. Very well then, look at me, please. Let us begin your simple question. On October 12th at 1 a.m., Clayton Buller was murdered. Where were you at the time? One without knowledge lacks with even the knowledge that he can be ashamed of himself. But don't worry, I won't hold it against you, Sir Judge. Thanks. Alright, Mr. Acme. And name the murder. Speak. We're all ears. As you wish, Sir Prosecutor. I was stealing the urn as Master Mask just as I announced I would. I had more than enough time to repair it. It was a pathetically easy job. A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. The time at which the camera was capturing Master Mask was the same time as the murder. It seems the main point of discussion will be this photo of the crime scene. Everything else up until now was part of this plan. There's had to be a secret in this picture as well. Even the great Master Mask cannot be in two places at once. Now then, if you excuse me, I have a verdict to receive. Unfortunately, Mr. Acme, we still have yet to do your cross-examination. A fool is too foolish to know that he is a fool. I think he's trying to say that you're full of it, Nick. The only thing that's full of it is his alibi. I believe Agent Andrews hired you at one point. That's right. That was over 20 days ago, if I was not mistaken. You sent the call to Lori Taylor 10 days before the heist. That would mean you would send out the card after you made your security watch, right? Indeed, there's no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It was a perfect opportunity to steal my latest target. I see. You truly are evil, aren't you? Yes, evil is what I am. Hey, Nick. Isn't there something odd about this? Detective Abney was always so proud of his ace detective skills, right? But if the urn was stolen to Lori Taylor while he was the one watching it, he had no way to maintain his perfect ace detective persona. You know, that's true. It is kind of odd. About the camera that took this photograph. Oh, come now, it's all clear what you're thinking. Huh? You think I altered the timestamp in the photograph, don't you? I'm afraid that's impossible. The camera was set up by Lori Taylor, and on the top of that, it was Lori Taylor's staff that printed that picture data. Unfortunately for the defense, there's no way that picture could have been altered. I see. Well, it looks like I better find something else that could be suspicious. So this alibi is false? It has to be, or he couldn't have killed Mr. Buller at KB Security. But I'm not really spotting anything unusual. There's two possibilities. Either the Master Mask in the photo is a fake, or the photo itself is. So by photograph, you mean this piece of evidence here, is that correct? Indeed it is. That is it, the very thing that proves that I committed the crime. The very thing that proves you committed the crime. Surely even you understand by now. Lord Taylor provided the camera. There's no way I could have tampered with it. That means I could not have been killed King Bowler unless I had an accomplice. Come on, think long and hard about that night. The basement warehouse. In this picture that supposedly captures it. It's gotta be here. Isn't there something funny about this picture? If you imply this picture is a fake, you bet I am. There's definitely something strange about this picture. We took a look around the basement warehouse that night before the theft took place, and there's something in this photo that doesn't match the memory of that night. Well done. Let's hear what you have to say. What about this photograph did you find funny? The funny part is right here. Why this is a blood stain. Blood. Now this case is getting interesting. Not exactly. This stain is actually pink paint. Oh, just paint. And peach colors and that. From blood to peaches. This judge sure loves to get his wild tangent. The problem with the photograph is not the paint. The problem is when you consider the layout of the basement warehouse. It turns out that something that should be there is nowhere to be seen. Well, Mr. Wright, what is supposed to be in this picture instead of the paint stains? The superior of the treasure exhibit stated the following. Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime around noon, the golden statue just happened to ride on this mountain training hall. I realized that the statue would be a perfect size to cover up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it. I myself was there the night that theft took place, and saw the statue in that spot. If the picture was truly taken on the night, then the statue should have been there. But when I went there the day of the theft, that statue of the whole bag was sitting in the corner. Perhaps it was somehow pushed there accidentally? Your Honor, this statue is slightly larger than yourself and quite heavy. It would take more than an accidental push to move it from a distance. Huh. In that case, can you prove it? Can you give us a prime and reason as to why the statue was moved that night? Can you do it, Nick? Never mind who moved it. The real question is, why did they move it? Well, Mr. Wright, I hope you prepare your answer. Now then, who was the one who moved the golden statue at night to cry? The one who moved the statue is none other than... Look at me. Calm down, sort of lawyer. There you go again with one of your strange delusions. Mr. Wright, what basis do you have for your strange delusions? It's very simple. The witness was the only one in the basement warehouse that night. That is indeed very simple. However, why would I want to move the heavy golden statue? The reason for moving the golden statue, here's what the battle really begins. Well, Mr. Wright, what reason did the witness have to move the statue? The reason can be found here in this photograph. Look at me, you pretend to be mask to mask. Create an alibi showing you were at Lord Taylor at night. But this photograph contains a single fatal flaw. If the statue had been there, the lie would have been exposed like a cheap film at the drugstore. That is why you had to move the statue. A single fatal flaw. Interesting theory. Please enlighten us. Just where in this picture does the lie exist? Naturally, the lie in this photo is this timestamp. But what do you mean? I'll tell you exactly what it means. On the night of the question, Luke at me when the KB security murdered King Bullard. Therefore, it's obvious. It would have been impossible for him to be at Lord Taylor at the same time. But what does it have to do with statue being moved? Remember, if you will, Your Honor, when did the statue place before the warehouse door? Well, the statue was taken down in the warehouse at the day of the crime, and it was placed there in order to cover up the paint. Exactly. Luke Abney had already decided on the time where he was going to kill the victim. And so in order to create an alibi for that time, he took this picture days before the murder took place. But what the? Of course, the statue hadn't yet been brought down in the basement warehouse yet. Ah. So on the day of the crime, Mr. Anthony quite nervous. As nervous as a long-tailed cat at the rocking chair factory, so to speak. Why? Because something that's supposed to be there had been brought down in a place where it wasn't supposed to be. And that is why Luke had me have to move the statue the night of the murder. He needed to make room to match the way it had been in the photo. Yeah! Order! Mr. Ragni, is this true? One moment, Your Honor. Have you forgotten this? Well, what's that? The data for the basement warehouse computer. According to this, camera data didn't go off the night of the crime. It's true that the camera had been set up in Lori Taylor's staff. However, the program used to manage the data was yours. That alone could allow you to tamper with the data. Order! Mr. Godot, what is the meaning of this? Godot, I warned you about making me wait. Now put that coffee down. My 11th cup. I promised to drink no more than 17 during the trial. Which means I'm still good till the last drop. However, the defense makes a very good point. A good point? So what? We are all but travelers on the road to infinite points. I think you got this points mixed up with the other points. So you say this photograph was taken ahead of time, and that statue was moved in order to make it match? That is a very interesting idea. However, there's one point that can't be denied, which is that it's only a possibility. Men that are trapped by the chains of maybe can never reach their dreams. That's very true. No way, don't fall for that, Your Honor. Hey, Mr. Damask. Yes? If there's no funny business in your actions at Master Mask, then there should be no problem with you telling us your strategy. So let's hear it. Yes, please provide this court with your testimony about your plans to steal the sacred urn. I first received a request from Buggy Taylor about 20 days ago. The urn was placed in the box in Zavari and was then sent to their warehouse. And then, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. I knew it was an extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my card 10 days beforehand. I then handled security by myself and ensured that my crime would go smoothly. At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time on 1 a.m. on October 12th. That's pretty much all stuff we heard before, isn't it? Yeah, but we will find the truth hidden in the nuggets of new information you gave. Witness, you sure there are no mistakes this time? Savari. Very well then. Mr. Wright, you may begin cross-examination. Mr. Agnew, if you really have Master Mask, you also wrote this calling card, correct? But of course. Is there a problem with the calling card? Allow me to read a passage from the calling card that Master Mask have written. Take good care of this spectacle urn. No, that speckles here. Surely refers to the pink pattern of the sacred urn. Yes, that is true, but so what? Truth be told, there is no way that Master Mask could have known about this pattern. What do you mean? This pink spotted pattern on the urn is actually nothing more than paint stains. Paint stains? And these stains did not appear until after the urn was taken to Lordy Taylor. I'm not finding this joke to be very funny, Mr. Trite. The day the sacred urn was taken in the warehouse, the urn was broken due to human error, or should I say an error-prone human. And that's when the pink paint got in the urn. You can't be serious. And yet this calling card clearly mentions the paint pattern. Which means, Sergeant Abney having seen the urn long before the crime ever took place. In fact, he saw it when the fake photo was taken. And because this photo is a fake, the alibi of the night of the murder no longer holds water. Witness, do you have anything to say for yourself? Alright, that did it. He's broken. Nick? I think it's still a little early for a victory pose. Huh? Ha! It's so sad. No one has any conviction these days. Conviction, you say? Yesterday, we all decided unanimously this man is Master Mess. And now we're calling him a murderer? You don't think we're being a tad fickle? That's a good point. No way, don't fall for that too, Your Honor. You sure that Look At Me was the one that killed King Bullard? Let me ask you this. Why would you do that? An excellent point. Motive, Mr. Wright. Motive. Might you a merry murderer's motive manifest? Nick, he's getting a second wind. If he prepared an alibi pin his crime on the lie, as you say, he must have a very strong motive for murder. You don't have many motives we've seen his on the light. Isn't that right, Detective? Indeed, according to my own research, that boy's motive is clear. Without a motive, it's nearly impossible to prove guilty of murder case. Now then, maybe you can enlighten us as to what the defendant's motive were? I'll be honored to, Sir Altimer. They're doing everything they can to make Ron look suspicious. Despite a lack of hard information, this might be our own chance. Look at me, had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever. King Bullard decided to investigate Master Man's secret as to who he was. It was Mr. Bullard who wrote those blackmail letters sending to Ron the Light. And it was again Mr. Bullard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Light for his betrayal. Mr. Bullard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is Master Mask. That is why Mr. Light sought to kill King Bullard. What a tragedy. So the victim King Bullard blackmailed the defendant? This is a blackmail letter found in the defendant's apartment. The handwriting things confirm that Mr. Bullard was indeed the one who wrote the letter. What? Very well, Mr. Wright. Begin your cross-examination. Can I ask you a few questions directed at me? Well, if it's just a few, I guess it's alright. When you said that this letter was addressed to Ron the Light, I couldn't help but notice one major contradiction. Contradiction? I don't know what your walking contradiction like you gets off saying things like that. You're the one to talk. At times like these, men are made to express themselves with their fists. Why don't you show us what you got there, Junior? Indeed, try to man up, Mr. Wright. Show us a contradicting evidence in the context of the blackmail letter. Take a look at this newspaper clipping. It contains a picture of the tears of emerald on the stolen jewel. Well, what about it? The problem is this jewel's color. Color? I'm not much for discussing color myself. According to the clipping, the color of the stolen jewel was blue. However, in the blackmail letter, a totally different jewel is mentioned. I'll take that red diamond you received the other day. Red? Which means, the red diamond described in the blackmail letter it's not the tears of emerald that's Master Mask stole at all. And your point is, Mr. Trite? So you're trying to say that this blackmail letter was intended for someone else? That is what you're trying to say, right, Trite? Is that what you're trying to say, right, Mr. Wright? Well, is that what you're trying to say, right, Nick? Yes. This is who King Bullard was actually blackmailing. Naturally, it was you, Detective Atme. Do you have some sort of basis for that claim? You have been personally involved in every single Master Mask case. In the last case, you recovered what was stolen, and received a jewel as your reward. A jewel? Probably the one wrapped conspicuously around your finger. A red diamond ring! That is the red diamond referred to in the letter, which means that King Bullard wrote that letter in order to blackmail you! Ah! Order in the court. Order, I say. It seems you've gotten too far with the childish prank, Mr. Trite. Uh-oh, I don't like the way he said that. Came Bowler blackmail look at me? Are you for real? Yes, I am. Nick, come on, stand up for him. Good. Then answer me this. The blackmail letter contains the following passage. If you don't want your identity revealed to the world. Yes, it certainly does. King Bowler threatened to make Look At Me's identity public knowledge. An identity he wanted to keep secret. So just what was that identity? Acme killed King Bowler because he was afraid of secret knowing him. Well, what was the identity he wanted to keep secret? This is what it comes down to, Nick. The identity that Look At Me wanted so desperately secret was the identity, yes? Look At Me was a blackmailer.
Objection!
Hey now, isn't it a little different from what you've been saying? You said that King Bowler was the one blackmailing Look At Me. Are you saying that Acme was blackmailing someone else on top of that? You have to admit, that sounds a bit odd. It's not odd. It's the only thing that makes any sense. King Bowler was blackmailing Look At Me. But Ron the Light was also being blackmailed by someone. So, did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the Tears Emerald heist. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. I received plans from some kind of person. Incredibly detailed plans. Detailed plans? Which means, in which case it would mean that Ron the Light was actually Master Mask. That is what we are claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. Delight steal the targets for him. And that someone was none other than Look At Me. Shh, silence. Now I see. It's all becoming clear. What is? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Careless, with a tendency to jump into conclusions. Am I wrong? How did you... You say that I, Look At Me, will blackmail Ron the Light, in which case I would naturally known all about his relationship to Master Mask. Well, yes. Ron the Light started receiving plans about his second crime onward, correct? Which means I learned about his identity when he committed the first crime. Good point. You certainly could have blackmailed him otherwise. In that case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence. During the first crime, how did Look At Me know about Ron the Light was Master Mask? I think I see it. See what? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Gets into a lot of mischief trying to be the center of attention. Well, what do you mean? This newspaper clipping. It has a picture of you and Ron the Light in his guard uniform. It means that Master Mask didn't have experience in thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid it in the bucket. That sounds far too stupid to be true. Correct. With tricks like that, he couldn't fool the baby, let alone an ace detective. That's when you figured out, Mr. Acme. That's when you learned that under the mask, Master Mask was really Ron the Light. What the? Wasn't he supposed to be Master Mask? Not only that, it looks like he was even an ace detective. I can't believe it. He was just a slimy blackmailer. What a fraud, trying to pass himself as an ace detective. Why you? How dare you expose me like that? Why, I mean, I never blackmailed anyone in my life. I'm a famous and proud ace detective, and I'm also Master Mask. Why can't you understand that? I'm afraid you're neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You're a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity. Well, why you? How dare you imply that I'm smart that oh, Jesus, I can't talk like that. It's enough to make me want to laugh. It was even finally right to a real answer. That was quite a performance by Mr. Acme. Bailiff, please prepare the cell for Mr. Acme.
Objection!
That hammer that strikes too fast has no time to aim. But what do you mean? I'm already prepared to deliver my ruling. Allow me to say one thing. I will be the one to judge. You don't get much more of your face than that. It appears that your claws were quite sharp enough, Mr. Wright. Well, what do you... It's true that you're proving a lot of things. Things like Luke at me was a filthy blackmailer, and that he wasn't a Lordy Taylor that night of the murder. That's right, that's why he's the one to kill Mr. Bull. But there's still one thing you have yet to prove. What's that? Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he wasn't at the Mercy. Therefore, if you can't prove that this pitiful excuse of a man wasn't KD security, I don't see how the verdict can be delivered. No way! Order in the court. Well, Mr. Wright, this is it. This is the final round. I've got to prove that Mr. Acme was at Mr. Bullock's office that night. But can you really prove that? That's long enough, Mr. Wright. I want to hear your answer. That night, Luke Acme was at KD security and the defense... I can't prove it. Just as I thought. But if we hear more Detective Acme's testimony...
Objection!
Unfortunately, that's as far as you could go, Mr. Wright. Well, what do you mean? I won't allow for any more testimony. That's what I mean. What? Have you forgotten? Luke Acme is here after he interrupted his own trial. And you have failed to prove that he committed the murder. I think it's time for this witness to return to his own trial and face the guilty verdict as masked to mask. No. Well, now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out of love after all. I am the ace detective as well as master mask. My verdict will verify that. Just as Ron Delight will verify that he's the true murderer. I declare with the full force of my ace detectiveness. Order in the court. That's not deliberation over the witness. I can't believe this. At this rate, Ron is... Don't give up now, Nick. You still have tomorrow. You can look for more evidence and... By then, it'll be too late. Huh? Well, why? Double jeopardy. One of the basic rules of any court of law. Double jeopardy? Should a defendant be tried and found innocent in court, that defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime. That is a fundamental rule of all courts. And it applies to this witness as much as it applies to anyone else. Mr. Acme was found guilty of the matter of minutes. Guilty as mask to mask, which means he will be innocent as far as murderer King Bowler is concerned. No way! The fact that you were unable to prove Mr. Acme's guilt of that crime here means that he will never again be tried as King Bowler's murderer. Whoa! No, there's nothing I could possibly do to win. Even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent, the real killer, Luke Acme, will go free. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today, and as long as there is no more testimony, I'm afraid I have to declare that there will be no further questioning of this witness. Are there any objections? Then I hereby end the cross-examination of Luke Acme. I think I see it. Your Honor, when you were a child, this is what was your report card every year. Has poor hearing and often makes mistakes as a result. How did you... Phoenix, raise your head up high. Have you forgotten what I used to tell you? A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. That voice. No way. Long time no see, Phoenix. Mia! This is a true power Corinne channeling technique. I know that it's really Maya who's standing before me, but right now she's my mentor, Mia Fey. Now, let's do this. But there's nothing more we can do, Mia. While any more testimony, I can't cross-examine any... Not yet. Testimony's not over yet. What do you mean? Your Honor, just now you said something very interesting. You have cross-examined every statement this witness has made here today? Yes, that's true, but... Unfortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Earlier, after the last cross-examination, this witness made a number of remarks. No, not so large. It seems to love wins out at the end after all. I am an ace detective of last demands. My verdict will verify that. Justice Brown's light will verify that he's a true murderer. I declare the full force of my ace detectiveness. Yes, but these comments appear to make no importance whatsoever. Very well. The reported importance be a cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witness have made these remarks, we the defense asserts the right to question them. Isn't that right with you, prosecutor? Is something the matter, Mr. Cadell? Nothing. Also, lawyer, looks like you're one step too late. If you think such falsehoods will do anything to me, Lord, look at... Let's hear it. Huh? It's true that the witness have made some remarks. So then, let's hear this last bit of cross-examination. Mr. Cadell, what are you... Very well then. Mr. Look at me. I'm going to allow the defense to cross-examine your earlier remarks. The defense would like to hear why you declare the defendant to be the true murderer. So please, give us one last bit of testimony. Phoenix, this is it. This is our absolute last chance. Yes, Chief. Indeed, it was true that I was mad at Lordy Taylor. I had to leave to see another vitally important job request. I have known about the day beforehand, so I had this photograph reacted. My brilliant detective was to inform me that a true culprit was brought to light, and thanks to the keycard and wallet, it was directly clear that he was there. I was also the one able to talk to him about the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his smash-to-mess outfit, which is why he left no prints. In the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Savari! And therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy. This testimony really seems to hold up pretty well. The witness' earlier remarks do not appear to have hastily prepared. All his points have been explained, but none of them seem to contradict anything. But of course. But how did you know about the emergency buzzer? Well, police investigation documents went directly to me. And I was looking over the documents. It's elementary, dear sir lawyer. Are you going to make even more trouble for us now, sir lawyer? I will not allow any useful shenanigans, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You cannot postpone Look At Me's trial any longer. This is your last chance. Hang on a sec, just one chance? Ha! It seems that the party is about to begin. Well, Phoenix, there isn't any evidence to contradict with that testimony. So it would seem. Well, what do you mean, so it would seem? Listen, Phoenix, pointing out the contradiction doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, doesn't it? At any rate, this is our last chance. If you can't point out the case-breaking contradiction, you lose. That's all there is to it. Cup number 17, the last cup. It seems that the time has come to put an end to this trial. I have to find a fatal contradiction in this testimony, and I need to point it out without presenting evidence. Which means all I can do is find a contradictory remark and press it. Remember, you only get one chance. Very well then, Mr. Wright, please begin your final cross-examination. Mr. Acme, about this last remark.
Objection!
You still don't get it, do you, Trite? This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement. I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Cadell. What? Mr. Acme, it seems you have finally admitted that you were in the CEO's office. More like your deductions prove that you are a fool. I'm sorry, whatever do you mean? For some reason, I'm starting to get really thirsty. When exactly did we learn that Ron Delight was dressed as Master Man when we went to the scene of the crime? That was, it was just a few hours ago. Back when my sixth cup was looking at me with a cold stare. Huh? Did I forget to mention it before? I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it until now. That's right. The defendant had yet to tell anyone else that fact this morning. Therefore, the only people who should know about this is the one who has been watching this trial. Yeah. Do you understand now, Detective Atme? There's no way you could have known. You should have known that fact. You are in the next courtroom being tried as Master Mask. So that enlighten us. Just how do you know about that piece of information? Well, come on. This detective must have known about it. They probably had plenty of chances to find out beforehand. And it's those chances that I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Delight was wearing his Master Mask outfit. There's one and only one way Detective Emmy have found out. Only one? One way, you say? Please recall, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. For a second, my client witnessed a real killer. But Mr. Delight never saw the attacker, so there's no way to tell whether or not if the real killer was Luke Atme. It's with that statement that I'll turn this case on its head. Just what are you implying? Mr. Delight saw the real killer, correct? Now, if you turn that statement around, it stands to the reason the real killer had also seen Ron the Light. Impossible. Detective Atme, you saw Master Mask on the murder scene that night. You saw when he killed King Bullet and assaulted Ron the Light. That's the only you could have known that know what Ron is wearing. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find the proper words in my genius, I was forced to create a new one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. That's the same line you gave yesterday. But I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time. What an awfully complicated incident. King Buller was blackmailing Luke Atme, who in turn blackmailed Ron the Light. And while killing his blackmailer, Luke Atme tried to frame Ron the Light. He then claimed to be guilty as Master Mask in order to escape true crime. And to that end, he came up with this plan. To use the double jeopardy rule when making his alibi. At any rate, it would seem we finally found the truth. Excuse me. I came personally close to besmirching the record of the innocent young man, besmirching him with the title of murderer. Don't ignore me! Oh, I didn't realize you were there. Why wouldn't he be? About the verdict. I know, you never committed any murder. That's right, I'm so glad you understand that. But, hurry up, Master Mask! Huh? So, thanks to that trial yesterday, I think it now, right? What is it you said? Double jeopardy? Now that you mention it, I've been careless. Careless? What do you think, Mia? As the defendant says, the rule of double jeopardy is absolute. The defendant can never be tried twice for the crime in which he is found once for an incident. Then, Master Mask is really innocent? It would seem so. For now. For now? Now then, the court finds the defendant not guilty. Boy, this is really lucky. Wait, no, this isn't so good after all. You see, the thing is, I still have Master Mask after all. You did it, Phoenix. Thanks, Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days. Oh? I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. But on the other hand, Maya, she seems kind of torn these days. You mean about becoming the master of the Korean channeling test school? Becoming a master means saying goodbye to our mother. Misty Faye, right? Watch over her, will you, Phoenix? Of course. Well then, see you around. Yeah. Mr. Wright. I don't know what to say. Congratulations, Mr. Light. Thank you so much. No, wait. Nothing really matters anymore, though. But all of this has happened. Come on, just be happy already. Maya, you've been cleared of all murder charges and got off at Master Boot. But in exchange, I lost everything. Huh? What do you mean? Stealing security information at KB Security, becoming Master. I did it all for one reason. For her. You mean your wife, Desiree? She hates criminals more than anything. Come to think of it, she was one held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she? She always said how she hated sneaky criminals. I knew that, but once I got fired from KB Security and lost all the money I had, she wouldn't have any reason to stay with me. I thought she would leave me for sure. So that's why you became Master? Yes, but it's all over now. A broken bowl can never be put back together. That's not true, right, Nick? Right. Really? Can't we go back to the things we were? You'll be fine, and Nick can prove it. I can't? I kinda wish you would check on me first. Mr. Delight, even the bowl is broken, there's always a way to put it back together. The Sacred Urn. Desi was the one who found this. Desiree, your wife. She's always believed in you, Ron. That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything. Ah, there you are. Mr. Light. You did it, Ronnie. You're innocent. So happy. Thank you. I appreciate that. But, I suppose you don't want anything more to do with me, don't you? Ronnie, why did you talk to me about what's going on? I had no idea you quit security. I didn't mention you were really Master either. Mr. Light, what are you going to do now to you now? You're not going to really leave him, are you? Come on, it's obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let the wonderful man like him get away? After all, my bike's really fast. So fast there's no way he could ever get away. But didn't you say you hate criminals? Oh. I only hate people who act all cowardly and sneaky. Like that detective. I see. Everybody went and declared his crimes before he committed them, like a man. I just love a man who is so chivious. Chivious? I knew I was right about you. Every day I spent with you is filled with thrills and excitement. Desiree, you really love Ron, don't you? Nicky boy. Yes? I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us. Oh, well, take care of yourself. You too, Nicky boy. I can feel my face going red. Mr. Nick, Mr. Maya, congratulations! Talk about bad timing. Mr. Nick, how could you? With another man's wife, in front of Mystic Maya. No, you got it all wrong. I'll never forgive you. Never. Ever. So just like the case came to a close, so do my unconsciousness. Ron said a broken bowl can never be put back together, but I know that's not true. I mean, just look. Here's a perfect example of one that is put back together even better than before. And with that, the stolen turnabout is done. We will begin episode 3, Recipe for Turnabout, in the next stream. Fun fact, originally this case was actually supposed to be Injustice for All, but it got scrapped due to Lord Memory. But with that, we're ending things here. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.